Oh, hello. Yes, it's me again. It's me again. I just got back from a trip and been interesting. Stopped in at one of my stores I go to, and they got seeds in the stores already. You probably saw it at the beginning of the video. Yeah, seeds are in the stores already. It shocked me because I stopped by. What's the name, brother? And the same to you. Same to you. I stopped by the store to see what was there. What I was looking for was what time was it when I went to the store? I think it was about what is it like 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that, p.m. I'm in the store buying bags of manure. Yeah, 25, 30 pound bags, something like that. Excuse me. And the um, the thing about it was I was in there buying manure. Hello, how you doing? Happy holidays to you as well. I just getting back. I was saying it earlier to everyone in the room that I was buying. I think I had about five bags of cow manure. I think it's black cow. And they have another brand, 59 a bag. I think it's like next year. Next year. Got to get used to saying that. I'm gonna do a comparison. Hello, how you doing? Good evening, morning gardener. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Um, I Well, you know already that I went to the store and I was shocked because the seeds were in the store. In the store, I'm riding down to the garden department to get the cow manure, and I looked and I saw this shelf, and I said, "What?" I said, "Wait a minute. How many days ago was Christmas?" Wait a minute. Let me look at my calendar here. Let's see. One, two, three. 3 days ago. One, two, three. 3 days ago was Christmas, right? 3 days ago. Yeah. And so I mean, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. The only thing I wish I would have done is shot the video instead of doing it live because some reason when I shoot live videos, when I'm out with my cell phone, it could be, I think it's the service. They come out all stopping and moving and they're blurred and everything. So I don't know. I have a friend that she shoots parties and her stuff looks great, because she probably has that real high dollar service and that's what she has. So more power to her because she does a really good job. Um, and I'm doing what I got to do to get the word out, and sometimes it can be kind of costly. Um, yeah, because I mean this is a beautiful night. I started to pick up some what they call that stuff, wood pellets for my pellet stove, but I didn't because I have enough bags down there. So I said leave them in there. You can't buy everything. But right now the furnace is off. And the only thing I have running is like this little space heater here. I'm testing it out. This is going to be in my greenhouse. I found this at Walmart. I think it was like $20. It's a really nice unit, and the reason why I like it is because it was $20. Yeah, 20. I mentioned it was $20. And the reason why I got it is because it's really great. If you get knocked over, it cuts off. That's safe. It throws out heat, but it doesn't kill your throat. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I like it. Make me want to not really use it in the greenhouse and use it somewhere else. But this button is real sensitive. It cuts on and off, cuts on and off, cuts on and off, and it's really great because it doesn't stay on and just run like the one I have. It cuts on. It's not very sensitive that button. See, it just cut on again, and it'll get the room up to a certain temperature, and it'll cut right back off. So I think that saves you energy as well. See, it just cut off again. So I like that. So from here on out, that's the kind of heat I want to get. It just come on again. And I can make any adjustments for it to stay on long if I choose to. But this house is very warm. I walk around most of the time in this house with just a t-shirt on and nothing else because um, this house is very warm. The furnace has not been on all day, and I'm heating with a pellet stove that's 50,000 BTUs. It's completely remote and everything. It's completely computerized where you set it for days of the week. You can set it for what times to come on and all that, or cut off and all everything. It just does everything. I bought it 4 years ago at a place called God, what is that place called? It's called oh, I can't think of it right now. I have a video up on the thing, but I've had it 4 years now, and it's called oh, I can't think of it right now. But at any rate, I love the stove. It's a great stove. It's wonderful. The heat it puts off just make you want to sit in front of it and just go to sleep. And the people that sell stoves are great in that building. They deliver it anywhere almost. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I said the seeds were there, and I looked at the prices. They did mark them up, you know. Um, they did mark them up, but yeah, because I think I got a pack of what they call it. It's called Swiss chard, and they always say giant Swiss chard because I don't know. Maybe you might know food forest permaculture. You might know this. When I saw a leaf of Swiss chard once on a video that was here on YouTube, and the leaf was so big. The leaf was so big. And I looked at that and said, wait a minute, how did he grow that? But he really won't tell you. He really didn't give you the information because you still have gardeners out there that they can grow things beautifully, some things, but they won't tell you how, what they use, or anything. They won't do it. It's a famous video on YouTube, 100, 1,500 pound pieces of fruit. And he really won't tell you. He'll say, well, actually, he sells a product, and I'm like, okay. I said, what is this? But he says the product is all natural. So I said, wait a minute. Okay, if it's all natural, that means you can make it yourself. Uh-huh. Now, there's another gentleman. It's a very old video, and he talks about compost tea, and when it comes on, it says, could it be the sun? He said, no, it's not the sun. And he says something else he says, and then he goes on to say, my special formula will grow plants. He said this one leek will feed a full-size dinosaur, which was a big leek, it was. Then he shows you things like squash that's like 60, 70 pounds. And moving trees from my nursery. What's it? Moving trees from my nursery to plant a new food forest. Wait a minute. Okay, see now this is something I didn't know. He had a nursery. So I mean, what is this? This is a business, is what it is. Okay. Let's talk. Because I mean, this is interesting. I had no idea that you had a nursery. Now, if I'm understanding what you wrote correctly there, moving trees from my nursery to plant a new. Okay, food for yes, and for helping the community. Okay, that's great. I know you're a person that helps people. I already know that. I could tell that from seeing your videos that you were a very social person and you like people. And you tell people information out for free because all of it can be sold. We all know that, and I'm one of those people as well. I try to share the information. I have been gardening for 18 years, not a long time, but I've been gardening for 18 years, and there are a lot of things I have learned over the years, and I've learned a lot of them making mistakes. And I learned one important thing that most gardeners today, some of them have gotten and some of them haven't, have respect for that soil. Absolutely respect for that soil. The soil is the complete key to all of it. Um, it's not the fancy seeds, it's not the fancy electronics you use to put in the ground and tell what the temperature is and what the humidity is, but it is that soil. Absolutely. Healthy minds and body. Absolutely. 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 I go into my grocery store now, and like I was in there tonight, and I did not look at any of those vegetables the same way. After so many years of me growing my own thing, I don't look at the fruit that way because I know they use some kind of experiment to grow that fruit. You got grapes that are huge and they're hard and firm. And I'm thinking, where did these grapes come from? There's no information on anything to tell you where it came from. And then you have the people that are stocking that location. You can look at them and say they don't know anything about where their food came from, whether it's organic, whether it's grown in Frankenstein's laboratory. But they do know one thing: they get paid every Friday, and they get paid to stock it. So that's what they do. Okay, well that's my thing. Uh, the storage of water. Okay, I've always thought about that. I have 100 gallons of water that I keep on hand at all times during the spring and summer. And I'm thinking about buying a filter for it because you never know. Where I have a hose connection where I want a filter where you can screw onto that and run that water out, and you can drink that water right from that drum. Because you can drink that water. It just comes off your roof. You can drink it, and with certain types of filters, you can really filtrate that water extremely well. Hello, how you doing? I just want to exciting to see up on location. Those is the same problem. Not yeah. I was telling people that what you're saying is absolutely true. But I'm telling people to just call your Lowe's first and ask them if they got the seeds. That way you don't drive all the way up there and burn all your gas. And then they say, oh, no, we don't have them yet. They'll be in March. You be like, wait a minute. But the guy on the video, the one with the big head, see, he said that, no, no, I don't know who you're talking about. Or, sir, I don't know who you're talking about. No, we don't have them yet. Maybe here in Maryland they might have them. But they set those up. I walked through the store and they have the trees all gone. They sold everything for 50% off, all the Christmas memorabilia, so to speak. And they are using the space now for gardening stuff. So the gardening stuff is on its way in. Anytime, every year, I've always seen the seeds first, but I've never seen the seeds this early. Near March, yes, I saw them, and I know what I saw. But they're putting the seeds out now because these companies are saying, listen, let's shove this stuff down their throats because we need to get this stuff out. We need to ship this stuff all over the world. We need to ship it to the Lowe's, whoever we got contracts with. Let's ship this stuff out now, and that's what they're doing. Uh huh. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look into that. Absolutely. They're getting earlier and earlier. These stores, they're getting earlier and earlier and earlier and putting this stuff out. And that's what it is. I just got a hit from my YouTube channel, and somebody just hit me and said these stores are getting earlier and earlier. I mean, that's a fact. Um, but I looked at the seeds that they have come out. These seeds are absolutely fresh. They are out. Uh, they only put in the store what they think will sell. There's nothing unique about the selection they have there. They had like four different kind of string beans. Watermelon was they had a couple, three different kinds. They didn't have the sugar baby. Now Walmart. Let me tell you something right now. I'm going to help you guys out when it comes to Walmart. Now when Walmart first gets the seeds out, you need to call the manager. The Walmart seeds come out. Now I'm going to kick myself, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. When they first come out, they will have packs of seeds that are 20 cents each. And you need to get those because those seeds are great seeds. They just for some reason they want people to try their brand and they mark them. They come in at 20 cents for a pack. Everything from tomatoes to peppers to watermelons to cantaloupe, you name it. They're 20 cents each. And some people don't play by the rules. They go in there and buy them all up and then they stick them online for $2.50 and sell them on eBay. Yep, that's what they do. So when you go in there looking for a pack to grow maybe yourself some corn, it's not there because somebody came there and bought all the corn, all the cantaloupe, and all the cucumbers and everything. That's what they did. Okay, you're familiar with the 26 pack, yes. The 20-cent packs, you're familiar with them, yes. When I go in there, I usually get in there and they still had them. Then they were gone like in about a day, and then they came with the 50-cent packs, and then they were gone in I want to say 2 months. They were gone because people, after a while, once the thrill. See, here's what happens: people get terribly excited. No, 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 no. Wait a minute. Um, Great seeds at the dollar store for a good price. Um, you may know something I do that I don't know. But I've tried the Dollar Seed stores, seeds, and maybe I was doing something wrong. There could have been that, yeah. But yes, the dollar store um, has seeds. They used to be 20 cents. I think it was 20 cents, and then they went up to 25 cents, and that's where I lost track of around about 25 cents. And so, yeah, the dollar store has seeds as well. Thank you very much. Food forest permaculture. Um, um, Try saying that 6 times fast. But here's what I've noted is that I like fresh seeds sometimes, and then because all the seeds I'm growing this year are not fresh. I mean, they've been there a while. Some have been there 2, 3 years. I'm not worried about that. Um, the thing about it is that I know how to care for my soil. When I start everything this year, and I bought one big bale of that, they call it peat moss. And what I usually do when they're very young seedlings is I grow it in bulk. I'll take some vermiculite, a perlite, mix it all together, moisten it, and then I'll put depending on what I'm growing, I'll put it together. Like if I grow peppers, I'll put 10 or 12, 15 maybe pepper seeds in there and let them grow up. And once they get a little bigger, when they start actually running low on their own energy, they start wanting to feed, then I'll move them out, the largest ones, into their separate containers. Now, sometimes I'll put two to a separate container, it's a 3.5 container, and it'll be a different mixture as well. It'll be cow manure and peat moss, something to that effect. Um, and I will use that mix because they'll have something to eat. Now, if I want to give them a quick boost, I have a liquid fertilizer, a liquid, uh, you know, fertilizer that has basically a balanced organic fertilizer. And the fertilizer that I make, you can't use those in the house because they just carry too much of a, you know, you're like, you don't want to do that in your house, you know, so But I had a great time at the stores tonight. I managed to buy only what I needed. Only what I needed. I didn't go out all crazy. I did want a bag of potato chips, but not supposed to eat all the salt, so I had to leave that there. And I only purchased things that I absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, needed. And I didn't go crazy. So I'm happy. I did not buy things I didn't need. Um, and then, so we got to this season, and I looked for fertilizers that was on sale because I just like looking for fertilizers that are on sale. Uh, Lowe's is usually not the place you want to look for fertilizers on sale because they only mark them down what they take 50 cents off, and it still be like, you know, 12, $13 a bag. Um, so I go to another store, which is uh, Home Depot. I'll go to them and get and I'll go there and get the fertilizer marked down because they tend to do a better job marking things down when it comes to that. Another thing is um, keep in mind that if you see busted bags at Lowe's, like for instance, if you buy, let's say you need perlite and you get the big $20 bag. Well, if you go there and that bag's busted, they take it down 50%, but you need to talk to the manager. You need to talk to the manager. Do not stand there with a person that's ringing stuff up and they say, well, I can only knock 20% off. You need to see the manager. Um, the same thing goes for the cow manure. Same thing goes for the topsoil, things like that. Is half off if the bag is busted because they much rather get that bag out of there, get it sold as opposed to for eventually, and then they got to clean it up. Then they lost the whole product. And they like, well, we could have sold this for $2.50. Why did we hold on to this like it's gold? We could have sold it. So keep that in mind when you go into the store. Remember, you're like those people in India. You are there to make a deal. You're there to make a deal, not to pay the suggested price, but to actually try to work a deal out. I go there and I work a deal. I said, sir, look, you see this blueberry plant here? Somebody walked by, whatever happened to it. It got broken. Can we talk about marking this down? And he'll say, okay, the plant was $15. Uh, Give me $7 for it. I said, I'll tell you what, 550. He's off. What the hell? 550. And I got my plant. And the little part that's broken off, he don't care. He just want to get it out of the store because it's not going to sell for $15 anymore. And he might actually get stuck with it, sell the plant. And he has the only one in there in the gardening management that has the authority to actually, work within the store's guidelines of how much he can mark it down. Now, at the end of the year, when all the excitement, people have bought trees they don't know how to grow, they've bought up all these seeds that they're going to overwater eventually, and and you got to read the stuff that's on the packs. That's on the pack. You got to read the information on the pack. It'll help you. I mean, you could after you get very familiar with what you're doing. Hello. After you get familiar with what you're doing, you have the level of expertise like some of these gardeners right here in the room right now. Some of these people can do some absolutely crazy stuff that you would seem like it won't work. It will seem like it's totally different from what's on the pack. They know what they're doing. So follow the guidelines that's on the pack. Do the best you can. Pay attention to temperatures in rooms. Pay attention to temperatures of the soil that you're adding when you're making this stuff up. Don't pour cold water over your plants to give them some water. And don't overwater. Remember, you're giving a plant a drink, not a bath. You're giving it a drink. A drink. One mistake that most gardeners make, and that is over watering. They'll do it every day, every year, and everything. Yep. So you got to be careful of that. Have to be very careful of that. The another thing that I want to bring up is that um, care for your soil. Every year your soil should be better. If your soil is not getting better every single year, you need to make some effort. You need to make it hard and crusty. when the sun hits 18, you need organic matter and you need to stop tilling in your soil because that's what's causing a lot of your problems right there. Um, so definitely keep that in mind. Every year, dump as much organic matter in that soil as you can get in there. Get it in there. Um, if you ever try to till organic matter into your soil, know that you might not be able to really grow anything this year in that soil because it's going to take a lot of nitrogen to break. Or you're going to have to substitute and add a bunch of nitrogen, so that gets, it's like that. But make sure that you definitely lay your organic matter on top. That way, it'll break down. The biology in the soil will come up, start eating it, and eventually you will have soil that is rich, dark, black, loomy, absolutely getting healthier as you go along over the years in using that garden. That is the whole point.